Football in the 2010s was dominated by two footballers, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. However, these legends are now past their prime and have just a few playing years left. So today I'm turning back the clock and turning our two footballing icons into up-and-coming wonder kids. Each of their current abilities will be set to 120 and have a potential ability of 200. Messi will begin his career at his boyhood club of Newell's Old Boys, whereas Cristiano will start his journey in Portugal with Sporting. Season 1 has reached its end. The stats show 2 years, but that is just because of how the Argentine league is formatted. 15 goal contributions in 41 games is an impressive start for the teenager Messi, so much so that he attracted the attention of Premier League side Liverpool, who splashed £10 million to sign him. As for Ronaldo, he is yet to play for Sporting's first team, but he must be doing something right, as he was handed his first international cap against Finland to score his first international goal 3 days later against Turkey. And there is big news in the transfer market as Cristiano Ronaldo returns to his former club in real life, Manchester United. He managed 2 Premier League goals in 5 games, although his highlight for the season would come in a Carabao Cup quarter-final as he scored the equalising goal against Burnley before United went on to win on penalties. Messi, on the other hand, was a regular starter for Liverpool, racking up 5 goals and 5 assists, helping his side finish in 3rd place, 1 place above United. Now, neither player would feature in the game at Old Trafford, but Messi would start in Liverpool's 3-0 win in the return fixture. But there was one more time that these two sides would meet, in the Carabao Cup final, a game in which Lionel Messi had 3 penalties, scoring just 1, but he would go on to score the winning goal to make up for the misses. Liverpool's investment in the Argentine seems to be paying off as he provides 23 goal contributions in the Premier League this season, which saw Liverpool finish runners-up. Manchester United's return to the UCL wasn't a forgetful one. After finishing 8th in the league phase, they would beat Monaco in the round of 16, then Madrid on penalties, and PSG in the semi-final to set up a final against neighbours Manchester City. Unfortunately for the Reds, they lost 2-1 with Ronaldo scoring from the bench. But we are now at the summer of 2026, which means we will have our first World Cup and both players have been selected. Argentina would cruise through the group stage, whereas Portugal would have to settle for second. The next round saw Portugal have a comfortable 2-0 win over Czechia, while Argentina beat Morocco by the same margin. On to the round of 16, and it was just a 1-0 win for Portugal, although the game was never really in doubt. Argentina and Canada had an exciting game which finished 5-2, and these two victories meant that the two countries would face each other in the quarter-final. And Portugal emerged 3-2 victors, with both Messi and Ronaldo scoring from the spot. A semi-final win against England meant Portugal and Ronaldo were in a World Cup final, and they would go on to lift the trophy after beating Brazil 3-2 in the final. Messi would have a similar season with Liverpool in terms of stats, but this time he wins the FA Cup after beating Manchester United in another final. The FA Cup would be the closest United came to silverware, although both sides would have disappointing league campaigns, especially Liverpool, who finish in 6th. Messi would find himself in another FA Cup final, but this time it's Arsenal who lift the trophy. That wouldn't be Liverpool's only cup final though, after they beat the likes of Braga and Leipzig to reach the Europa League final, which they would win after beating Napoli. While Ronaldo hasn't won a trophy this year, it would be his first season as Manchester United's starting striker, and he repaid their faith with 22 league goals, which helped Manchester United come agonisingly close to becoming champions of England after finishing 2 points behind their noisy neighbours. Over the summer, Messi has managed to win his first international trophy after beating Brazil 3-0 in the final of Copa America. At this point, both Messi and Ronaldo have reached 200 current ability. Messi has completed a domestic double after beating Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final and Manchester United again in the FA Cup final. Ronaldo and Manchester United weren't able to win any trophies domestically, but after beating Juventus, Real Sociedad and fellow Premier League side Arsenal, they would have another chance to win the Champions League. But it's the same outcome, this time losing to Inter Milan after extra time. As for the Premier League, neither side would challenge for that, although Liverpool have finished 6th again. Last time Liverpool had a poor finish, they followed it up with the Europa League trophy. And they've done it again, this time beating Chelsea 2-0 in the final. Liverpool have also won a domestic trophy, and it's the one they haven't got yet, as they beat Manchester United to the Premier League title by 1 point. While domestically United have been poor, they've managed to reach back-to-back Champions League finals. And this time they've managed to do it beating their opponents in the final last time, Inter. The World Cup came around again, but it wasn't as exciting this time as both sides were knocked out in penalties. Portugal in the round of 16 and Argentina in the semi-finals. Make that 2 Premier League titles now for Liverpool, a season which saw Messi score 22 times. Meanwhile, Manchester United have had a trophyless season, but Ronaldo hasn't, as he's won the Nations League with Portugal. It's back-to-back-to-back Premier League titles for Liverpool, and Lionel Messi, who had an outstanding season providing 37 goal contributions in 32 games. Messi also proved to be the star man in the FA Cup, after his double secured Liverpool the trophy. After beating Ronaldo's old club Sporting, Red Bull Salzburg and Bayern Munich, Manchester United have a chance to lift the Europa League trophy. And they do, after beating Dutch side Ajax in the final, thanks to a Ronaldo double. Ronaldo's trophies wouldn't stop there, as Portugal have won another title, this time the Euros, after an exciting final against Sweden. United and Ronaldo were in the running for 3 trophies this season, and it started off strong after beating rivals Man City in the Carabao Cup. But it was Newcastle who would win the FA Cup final. As for the Champions League, Real Madrid would win that one comfortably 2-0. Messi would have another impressive Premier League season with 25 contributions in 25 games during an injury-ridden season, but it was still enough to help Liverpool secure another Premier League title. However, that would be their only trophy of the campaign. Lionel Messi and Liverpool's Premier League dominance has come to an end, leaving the club with a trophyless season. Cristiano Ronaldo and his Manchester teammates are treble winners after winning the Premier League, the FA Cup against Manchester City, and the Carabao Cup against Arsenal. The World Cup came around again, but it was a disappointing tournament for Argentina, who were dumped out in the second round by Italy, and Portugal were beaten by eventual winners Netherlands. Liverpool and Lionel Messi make it a second season now without any silverware, and it's the same for Manchester United despite Ronaldo's best efforts in the league campaign. Liverpool have managed to recapture their domestic form of a few years ago, which they may owe due to the performances of Lionel Messi throughout the season, contributing to 28 goals. As for his Portuguese counterpart, his side denied Liverpool the domestic double, after beating them in penalties in the FA Cup final. At the age of 32, Lionel Messi is still putting in amazing performances, and with 34 goal contributions in the league, you'd expect that Liverpool have defended their title. Except they didn't, as Cristiano Ronaldo had an even more impressive season with 40 goal contributions, which helped Man United to the Premier League title, but their silverware for the season wasn't done as they beat Everton 3-0 to win the FA Cup. And it's the last season of the simulation. Both Messi and Ronaldo have started to fall off in current ability. It seems the age has finally caught up, as there's been a drastic drop off in their numbers this season, and Messi's Liverpool career won't finish in a fairy tale ending as they have a trophyless season. But Ronaldo and Manchester United have one last chance. First, they knocked out Gladbach in the round of 16. Then they met Juventus and put them out in the quarter-finals. They denied Messi and Liverpool a Champions League final to play Inter Milan for the third time, which they lost 3-0, and so neither player has finished with a trophy. Now it's time for the last World Cup. Argentina could only come second in their group behind a strong Belgium side. As for Portugal, they had no problem topping their group. But it was a big shock in the next round of the competition as Ghana knocked out Argentina, but Portugal had a comfortable win against Uruguay. They would then get past Norway, but only by penalties, and that's where their run ends as England beats them 2-1. And for those of you who are curious, Belgium went on to win the World Cup. And finally, Ballon d'Ors. It's Cristiano Ronaldo who has walked away with more, as he scored 4 in total to Lionel Messi's 2. But that's it for this one. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and comment down below who you thought had the better career.
Whispers of